Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at energy fields. It is time for another update, and on this chart we have been tracking here on the long time frame this 1-2 setup that formed or started from March 2020, and then we had this as a possible wave 2 bottom. We did reach the support zone for the green interpretation, and the question is, and was especially right now, we might be on the path to invalidating it, but the question was whether this wave 2 actually bottomed here within the white scenario and we started the third wave, the strong third wave to the upside, or if we are in a slightly different interpretation where we would still be within this wave 2, where we get a first wave down of the correction, the overshoot to the upside, and then still another movement, another wave to the downside that could very likely reach the support zone here in the green scenario again that starts at $4.10. Now this wouldn't necessarily develop as a Y wave to the downside. This could have overall been an ABC pattern that developed. It doesn't matter too much, and it won't matter really at all until we actually invalidate the white interpretation and break below the support zone that we still have here down at the $7.5 level. So for now we are still focusing on the long side here within the white interpretation, where we have been tracking this as a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then within this third wave that would be developing to the upside, we possibly had here a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down. Then this would have been the third wave up, fourth wave down, and then this as the fifth wave to the upside that possibly topped here. Now, in this case, we would be looking for a correction now in a wave 4 in the area between the $10 level or around there and down to the $7.5 level. Breaking below the 50% retracement here would be rather an indication that we would be following through within the yellow scenario right now, and we would actually need to still form a real 4-5 pattern to actually invalidate the yellow interpretation, or let's say break above the resistance area that we have here for an overshooting wave B. So either we break this resistance or we form a 5-wave move to the upside. Those are the options to invalidate the yellow scenario. And so far, following the white scenario worked out wonderfully. We even had a support zone here for this low that we formed in a wave 4 that allowed a very nice, very credible and probable entry, and it created this movement to the upside that was like, what is it, 60% in profit. So that worked out nice, and it is a good thing that we followed it. But right now we may in fact be developing and morphing into a different structure than what we have been tracking so far within the white scenario. So in the previous video I was pointing out the idea that this fifth wave could indeed have ended here, but realistically it could even extend further to the upside, where this would have only been the wave 1. Within the fifth wave we would be looking for a wave 2 and then the third wave to the upside. And I think I even provided you the target for such a third wave, and it is around the $21 level at the 138.2% extension that we have here for a wave 3. But then we would still be looking for a fourth and a fifth, and then I would consider this fifth wave complete. But to be honest, right now the RSI is also suggesting that this is indeed where we had our third wave. But if we actually follow through with this scenario, I am very tempted to have an alternative count where this wouldn't really be the fifth wave to the upside, but instead a follow-up in the third wave where it really shifted and we had a series of 1-2, 1-2, and then this would shift into a 1-2 setup, and then this could develop as the third wave to the upside and could very well smash all of these extensions that we have here and push much higher in a much more bullish structure. And so far we are following this orange interpretation quite nicely. we have already formed a new high in this area. We pushed above the wave 1 high, and the structure seems to be getting stronger and stronger so far. It is also fueled by some news that arrived today that proved quite bullish for this stock, and could allow this movement to develop in such a pattern. And we will have to actually wait and see whether this develops as the fifth wave, or instead we are shifting structures into the idea that this third wave would still be developing and we would still be within it, and that this movement would instead become the actual third wave. And to be honest, right now that seems like quite a high probability. The unfortunate part is that wave 3 in such a structure, where it is within a series of 1-2 setups, very often doesn't have a lot of structure and has very shallow retracements. So I can provide you some support zones that could work out, but to be honest, if you actually manage to enter them, there might be a higher risk that this could still turn into a larger ABC pattern, where this wave 2 in orange could still be unfolding, or where we could still be within this white interpretation within a wave 4. So at the moment, you should still be careful of the idea that the white interpretation could still occur, where we would see another correction to the downside in this area, and basically we could still fail this movement to the upside. At the moment, I personally think I slightly prefer the orange interpretation, but we still should be careful and keep in mind if you decide to enter a position in such a movement, because right now there is no pullback happening, that we aren't really any near major support zone. What I am providing you here is something a lot more minor, and I have to say it might not even last long, because if we push higher in this area within the wave 2 in orange, we would also have to shift this interpretation. Let's say we push this high, then the support zone would really shift for a wave 4 down to the $12.6 level. And also, one more thing, this movement that is developing to the upside has to be a 5-wave move. It cannot be an ABC pattern that is developing. In that case, this would really be a wave B, or really it would be trying to form another 1-2 setup, but at this point, that I might consider quite unrealistic in these cases, and might only really work out within the idea that we would really be tracking a slightly different pattern within an actual fifth wave in this area. But for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Keep in mind, this support zone, very fragile, not a very reliable setup necessarily, and there is a lot of risk. But anyway, have a nice day. Bye bye.